Hi, this is Richard C. I'm a math tutor here at Wyzant answering a question submitted by a student. Question is actually not that difficult. It's just the wording is kind of strange. It's a geometry word problem, and so when I see a geometry word problem, the very first thing I'm going to do is draw a sketch. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have a circle, and a circle is centered at the vertex of an angle. So the vertex of an angle is at the center of the circle, and it creates an arc that's 9.66 centimeters. And now they just want to know a variety of things about this. So let's go ahead with part A. 1/360th of the circumference of the circle is what? So this is a kind of a strange way of phrasing it. And I'm just going to go ahead with the way it's phrased. It's not exactly the way I would approach it or the way I would explain it to a student, but so we want 1/360 times the circumference. And, the circumference is 75.6. Okay, and so that's just a calculator thing. 75.6 divided by 360. So that's 0.21 centimeters per degree. 1/360th of the circle is 1 degree of the circle. So you can think of it as centimeters per degree. And so that's this answer here. It goes right here, up here. And then they want the measure of the angle. Now the angle, you could just do it, you would just do 0.21 centimeters per degree. Think of it as a unit conversion problem. Let's see, measure of the angle in degrees. All right, so I have it backwards, upside down. So it would be 0.21 1 over 0.21. This is degrees. This is centimeters times the 9.66 centimeters. You can see that the centimeters cancel, and we're going to get degrees here. So let me do this on my calculator. So 9.66 divided by 0.21 is 46 degrees. So I wouldn't do it this way. I'm going to show you how I would do it, just to show you that, just to illustrate that it's not so complicated. I would just do it with ratios. So 360 degrees is to the circumference, 75.6 as x degrees is to 9.66. And I just think that's so much easier. Okay, and then part B. The arc is what percent of the circumference, so it's just going to be 9.66 over 75.6. So I'll do that on my calculator. 9.66 divided by 75.6 is an uncomfortable number, 0.1278. And so that goes here. So in terms of percentage, it would be 12.78%. That's what you would put in there because they want it in percentage. Since the angle that makes a full rotation measures 360 degrees, the measure of the angle in degrees must be what? Well, so this is part is to whole. we just take 12.1278 and we just take that by 360 and you get 46 degrees. I think the teacher here is just trying to give you different ways of thinking about this situation, but I really think the best way is what I showed you here in green. Just ratio, part is to whole. I actually have, yeah, you know what? I have whole is to part, so this is, I need to fix this. Excuse me. I'm glad I started looking back here. Yeah, we want part is the whole. So the part of the circumference is 9. Yeah, let me do this. Let me just rewrite this thing. Also, I got the wrong shade of green there, so let me fix that as well. It's worth spending the time here because it's so much easier. Just think of it as part is to whole. So the whole circumference is 75.6. And the arc itself, which is the part, obviously is 9.66. And then the angle, we'll call that x. X. And that's, the whole is 360. So just do part is to whole here. And I think that's the best way to do it. But of course, you know, you have to answer the question given to you by the teacher, and you have to be able to answer questions that are worded this way on the tests in school. So we did it, but I think you can see, I probably would agree with me that this is the easiest way to look at it. Okay, so that's it for this one. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.